Gemini, why are they so strange? 5 reasons that will surprise you. When we think about zodiac strangeness, a few names always come up. Aquarius, with their eccentric rebellion. Scorpio, with their dark and magnetic mystery. Even Pisces, with their dreamy, otherworldly aura. But Gemini? Most people just laugh. Oh, the chaotic ones. The two-faced ones. The ones who never finish what they start. And that's the trap. Because Gemini doesn't need to be eccentric or mystical to be strange. Their strangeness is quieter, sharper, and far more disorienting. While the world tries to be consistent, Gemini embraces contradiction. While others cling to one identity, Gemini dances between 2, 3, or more. And while everyone else hides their inconsistencies, Gemini lives them out loud. That's why they confuse, fascinate, and sometimes frustrate everyone who crosses their path. You think you figured them out until they shift again. So, why are Geminis so strange? In this video, we'll reveal 5 reasons why this sign is, without a doubt, one of the strangest in the zodiac. Get ready, because what you discover may not only change the way you see Gemini, it may change the way you see yourself. 1. Cheerful, but lonely. Everyone knows the cheerful side of Gemini. They're the spark at the party, the friend who tells stories with a dozen voices, the coworker who makes even the dullest meeting entertaining. Their laughter is contagious, their presence lively, and their words flow like music. But here's the strange twist. Behind that sparkle often hides deep loneliness. Imagine this. At a dinner, Gemini keeps everyone laughing. They juggle conversations, remember details, and somehow make each guest feel special. But when the evening ends and they close their bedroom door, silence crashes in. Suddenly, the smile fades, and a hollow question surfaces. Did anyone really see me? Or did they only see the performance? Isn't it strange that the person who makes everyone else feel included often feels excluded in their own heart? Isn't it unsettling that the loudest laughter can hide the deepest silence? That's Gemini. Joy in public, solitude in private. They remind us that happiness and loneliness can live side by side, and that's exactly what makes them strange. 2. Adaptable, but lost. Gemini is admired for adaptability. They can walk into any room and fit in within minutes. With one friend they're serious, with another they're playful. With their boss they're professional, with their sibling they're silly. They adjust their language, their tone, even their body language to match the person in front of them. And at first, it feels like a superpower. Everyone thinks, wow, they understand me so well. But here's the paradox. In reflecting everyone else, Gemini sometimes loses sight of themselves. Picture this. A Gemini spends the day moving through different groups. By evening, they ask, which version of me was real? The funny one? The serious one? The caring one? Or was I just a mirror for everyone else? Isn't it strange that the sign most skilled at connection can feel the most disconnected from their own identity? Isn't it ironic that the gift of belonging everywhere can leave them unsure where they truly belong? That's Gemini's rare confusion, adaptability that saves them socially, but sometimes erases them personally. And that contradiction, that ability to be everything and yet doubt who they are, is exactly what makes them strange. 3. Playful, but prophetic. Gemini is the joker of the zodiac. They love mischief, word games, teasing remarks. Conversations with them feel like quicksilver, witty, playful, dazzling. People come to them for entertainment, for lightness, for distraction from the heavy. But here's what most miss. Gemini's jokes often carry truths. Think of a Gemini who casually jokes. You don't really love your partner, do you? Everyone laughs, maybe even rolls their eyes. Weeks later, the person admits they're unhappy in their relationship. Gemini wasn't just joking. They saw what no one else dared to name. Isn't it strange that the clown can also be the prophet? Haven't you ever dismissed a Gemini's playful words, only to feel them echo days later with uncomfortable accuracy? That's Gemini. Play as prophecy, humor as X-ray. They reveal truths disguised as laughter. And that strangeness, using jokes to expose what we hide, is one of their rarest gifts. For lovers of freedom, but prisoners of restlessness. No sign loves freedom more than Gemini. They thrive on open options, last-minute plans, and the excitement of change. A routine feels like a cage, and nothing scares them more than predictability. But here's the strange paradox. Their hunger for freedom can turn into its own prison. They fall in love passionately, staying up all night dreaming about adventures together. Yet weeks later, restlessness whispers, "Is this it? What's next?" Not because love is wrong, but because stability feels like stillness, and stillness feels unbearable. Imagine a Gemini who begged for commitment, then panicked once they got it. Or a Gemini who joined 3 projects out of excitement, then abandoned them all when the thrill faded. Isn't it strange that the sign who wants connection so badly can run from it once it's real? Doesn't it sting to realize they weren't running from you, but from their own fear of staying still? That's Gemini's contradiction. Freedom that liberates, but also restlessness that enslaves. And that tension, the bird desperate for open skies but afraid of landing, is exactly what makes them strange. 5. 2 in 1, but never complete. The ultimate strangeness of Gemini lies in their symbol, the twins. They live in halves. One moment inspired, the next discouraged. One day overflowing with ideas, the next drained and silent. One twin is optimistic, the other doubtful. Both are real, both are honest, but neither feels whole alone. A Gemini artist might write a song half in light and half in shadow. Listeners call it inconsistent. But for Gemini, that's the truth. Life is never just one note. Wholeness is not about sameness. It's about weaving contradictions together. Isn't it strange that the sign accused of being two-faced is actually the most honest about being human? Isn't it moving that what others mock as inconsistency is really their way of showing life's full spectrum? That's Gemini, not pretending, not lying, but revealing 2 truths at once. And that openness, that willingness to live divided but authentic, is what makes them so strange. Conclusion: the unforgettable strangeness of Gemini. Gemini is strange not because they're unreliable, but because they embody contradictions no one else dares to admit. Cheerful yet lonely, adaptable yet lost, playful yet prophetic, free yet restless, 2 in 1 yet never complete. Each paradox is strange on its own, but together they form Gemini's essence, a sign that doesn't hide its contradictions but embraces them. And that's their magic. While the world clings to consistency, Gemini reminds us that contradictions are not flaws, they are truth. Their strangeness is not weakness, it's their superpower. So yes, Gemini is strange, but that's exactly what makes them unforgettable. And now it's your turn. Are you a Gemini? Do you recognize yourself in these 5 reasons? Or do you know one? What contradiction surprises you the most? Tell us in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Zodiac Whisper, and share it with someone who loves a Gemini. Because sometimes, sharing their strangeness is the first step to truly understanding them.